Hi, it's Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead, where today we'll be making a meatloaf. Now first, I already got the meat. This is about 1.5 pounds of ground beef. You could use chuck. You could also use a pound. You don't have to use 1.5 pounds. I just want to make a little bit more because when I'm done and it's cooked, I'm going to freeze some for later meals for us. So I go ahead and have it thawed or have it fresh. Mine was frozen, so I thawed it. I'm going to go ahead and take 1/3 cup of old-fashioned oats. That would be the bigger flake ones. We're going to take that, and I've got that measured here. And we're going to go kind of stir that in as best we can. And now we're going to go ahead and add in 1 egg. Try to mix that up best we can. Try to incorporate the egg. And now I'm going to add in, this is about 1/4, not quite 1/2 cup of chopped onion. And these are yellow onions. And again, if you want more onions, you can. My husband likes onions, but not a lot. So I usually do about 1/3 cup. If you like what you're seeing today, please hit the subscribe button down below. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to measure out. I am using my homemade tomato soup to put in the meatloaf to make it a little bit more moist and have a little bit more flavor. If you don't have homemade tomato soup, I really like that Amy's organic cream of tomato soup. That is excellent, and I have bought that in the past. It is, like I said, it's pretty much all natural. You could use barbecue sauce if you wanted to in place of the soup, but I want to try to stick to all natural as possible. So I'm just going to measure out probably about 1/3 cup. And I'm going to go ahead and mix that in there. And if that doesn't seem like enough, I'll put a little bit more. I usually do 1/3 to 1/2. I think I'll just do just a little bit more here. So that way it covers all of my meat. Okay, and now I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. I don't usually measure it, kind of just guess a little bit. I mean, I'm going to guess probably between 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon. And then I'm going to add some black pepper. And I just kind of shake it out on there. We're going to go ahead and mix that up. And your meatloaf or meat mixture should look like this. It's all mixed up, and we're going to go ahead and put it in a loaf pan. You do not need to grease the pan. I just take my spoon and I'm kind of just pushing down on the meat, trying to get it all, equal there in the pan. Okay. So after you get it in the pan, your meatloaf should look like this. We're going to bake this at 350 degrees, and we are going to bake it for 55 minutes first. I'm going to make sure it looks like it's cooked, and I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to put, not all this, but the leftover tomato soup on top, like as a glaze, and I'll bake it another between, I'm going to say 5 to 7 minutes, and then the meatloaf should be done. The meatloaf is all done. I actually cooked it about 57 minutes. Looks like it's browned quite well. I did drain a little bit of fat off. Again, we need some fat so we can have some flavor, but I don't want all that fat. So then you would take your soup and you're just going to go ahead and pour it over the top to make a topping. And if you're using barbecue sauce, this is where you would put the barbecue sauce. I'll do this and then I'll put it back in the oven for a couple of minutes, maybe no more than 5 minutes. I'm going to say between 3 to 5. Then the meatloaf should be done. Hi, it's Karen. I'm back and the meatloaf is all done. I made some other sides with it. I did some mashed potatoes and I did some green beans, and you could see the meatloaf right there. So everything on this plate is actually all no preservatives. That is homemade bread, homemade applesauce, mashed potatoes, and these are my homegrown green beans. So I'm going to go ahead and try the meatloaf. It's really moist and it tastes delicious. This is perfect. One loaf for us serves us about 2 days worth of meals, and then it serves like for lunch. But you can also, if it's too much, you can freeze it and wrap it in aluminum foil and put it in a Ziploc bag, and it should keep for several months to have for a spare meal. This was Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead. I hope you have a good day.